Hi there, welcome back. So today we have another Bob's Bonus, and I wanted to really talk about a little surprise I had the other day. I was looking at the podcast stats, as I do a lot, and obviously the podcast is doing okay. But what really struck me was when I began this, I didn't realize it was as long ago as it is. It was back in 2018, and it really made me think about the impact that this show has had on me, my life, my general sense of well-being, my network. It's really been astonishing. The podcast has really been the catalyst for so much change in my life. My professional network is completely different. Heroes are now friends. My network is truly global. Business has never been better. And it made me reflect on what was holding me back before. And what's interesting is that the same things that were holding me back before I began the podcast are the same things I see holding other people back all the time. And I really wanted to dig into these because they're really simple, but they're also really powerful. So the first thing I see holding people back all the time is what I would sum up as fear. It's a little bit more detailed and nuanced than that, because fear is a very overreaching term that we use to apply to lots of very specific things. So things like embarrassment. People might make fun of me. It's perfectly normal. And I was really worried about this in the beginning. And occasionally people do make fun of you. But what's really interesting is so many more people celebrate you. If you're used to doing business in a local business community where it's very insular and the opinions of a small number of people can have a big impact on your business, that's bad news. So when you start to go online, the numbers game is completely different. It becomes really important that you don't really attract everybody. For me, that was really powerful. I often use the analogy of magnetism. And magnetism is what we use to attract. We talk about charisma as a magnetic effect. And the truth is we all want to attract people. But when you look at a magnet, it has a positive and a negative polarity. You can't have a strong force of attraction without both. And actually, the more we lean into not being for everybody, the more we attract those people who really matter to us. So embarrassment, turning people off, it's natural to worry about that. But if you can move past it, bring a little bit of rationality to it, you start to realize that becomes a secret power. Another one is comparison, comparing yourself with other people. Somebody else is already doing that, or who am I to be an expert in this when these people are speaking about it and doing so well? And my antidote to that is approaching content and content creation as a student and not a master. When you approach it as a student, everything is fair game. It's all right to talk about things when you're not pontificating and tell everyone how it should be. Another one is imposter syndrome. Feeling like a bit of a fraud. Again, it's perfectly natural. And here's the thing. Any high achiever is experiencing imposter syndrome on a daily basis. It's a natural consequence of operating on the edge of your comfort zone. So don't worry about imposter syndrome. Lean into it. Look at it as the door through which everything worth having can be found. Another big fear is niching. Really leaning into being for a very specific kind of person. I worried about this for a long time. Leaning into the personal brand business owner or the expert business owner was terrifying because I'm moving away from lots of potentially very lucrative corporate work. But it's what I enjoy. And the more I lean into that, the more I shine for those people. The side effect of that is I shine brightly. So I actually end up getting more corporate work, not less. It's really peculiar. But niching has this counterintuitive effect of making you shine more brightly for more people. So when it comes to fear, I would encourage you to maybe look at creating a bit of a fear audit. Make a list of what are all the things in your business that trigger fear, and look at them as the places to go rather than the places to avoid. Look at desensitizing yourself to these things. If it's video, then start making video messages to send to friends instead of maybe texting or sending audio messages. If it's sales, then practice making one sales call every day and expect it to fail. Aim for it to fail. There's lots of things that trigger fear. If we make an audit, then here's the thing. Fear shrinks in the light. The next area I see people struggling in is not having a strategy. They try and do what they see other people doing. They follow bad advice. The bro marketers, people telling you just need to do webinars, or you should sell courses, or you should run Facebook ads. The tactics that you see other people employing, they're not necessarily right for your business. It's really important that you have a strategy that allows you to be successful in the long term. A strategy that takes you from audience through to nurturing, through to having conversations, through to selling, having the right products, and then scaling effectively. You can't multiply by zero. So sometimes the strategies that other people are employing, they're not going to work for you. They were never going to work for you. And if you don't understand the parts of the strategy that other people are employing that you can't see, then you don't know what's failing. The truth is, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And this is the problem when you see people online talking about all the wonderful tactics that you can use. They are nails. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is, when we try and grow our business by using other people's tactics, we don't understand the strategies that they're supporting. And having that really clear, organic strategy for your business, particularly when you're going online, is so important. The third area of weakness I see is people not giving things the time they need to work. A lot of the time when we see successful online business owners and we look at what they're doing, we try what they're doing and it doesn't work, and we move on to the next thing. We take advice, we follow that advice doesn't work, and we think, well, there's something wrong with the advice. Brands and audiences and businesses are built over time. Any fast success is very fragile. It's important to nurture it. Yes, it's important to protect it. But understand that real success, especially in an online business where you're looking to build a very large audience, it takes time. Brands are built over time. You can't expect to see the results that some online brands have quickly. You can get lucky quickly, but you can't have solid, strong foundations quickly. There's another important aspect to this, which is you grow with your business. The person you are today is not the person you'll be in 5 years or 10 years. You'll be a different person. You will have grown as your business grows, and you'll know more. So give yourself time to build your knowledge. Here's another important aspect. Consistency accelerates. So sticking with any strategy for a long term will allow you to understand what in that strategy is working and what needs to be tweaked. If you don't have a strategy, if you're simply trying all the new faddy tactics, then nothing's really going to work. It might work short term, you might get little results, but it's not going to really move the needle for you. So consistency within a strategy over time becomes really important. So to quickly recap, you need a good strategy, you need plenty of courage, and this will shorten the time that it takes for things to work. If this resonates with you, then I would invite you to download the Personal Brand Business Roadmap. It might help you develop that strategy. It might help you get over the fear of some of the things that are holding you back. And it is a strategy which, over time, will work. Thanks for listening. I hope you found this helpful. My name is Bob Gentle. This is the Personal Brand Business Show. I would love for you to subscribe while you're here, and I will see you next time.